He stopped in front of her, looking down. "You think I was propositioning you? Weren't you?" She was nervous, and he took in the large square ottoman in front of her and lowered himself, his thighs so close to her he could feel her heat, even though they weren't touching. "I'm interested in you, more than interested. And maybe I wasn't entirely clear in my own head what I wanted because of the distance. I just know that you're the first woman I've ever met who has caught my attention quite this way. It wasn't an indecent proposition, but I did need to be clear. I want you. I want to have something with you. I want all of you. As a lover, to date, to—" He stopped. Her expression had taken on a spooked look he'd not seen before. He reached for her bottle and set it along with his on the table next to her before moving over onto the cushion beside her, lifting her legs over his. He inched closer. He could smell her, and everything about her was sweet and simple. Even as his hand touched her leg and moved up her thigh, he could see and feel the effect he was having on her. "I never expected to meet someone like you in my life. I made a choice yesterday morning to drive out here, which I'm very glad I did. Having dinner with your family just now, seeing you all together, relating to one another, I realized how wrong I was." "Excuse me." She tried to sit up, pull her legs away, and he could see she was taking it the wrong way. "I was wrong about who I thought you were," he said. "You're a grown woman with a career that's demanding and at times dangerous. Yet you live here, sheltered, protected, and as fast as I want to move, something else inside me is saying, 'Slow down, don't go too fast.'" She pulled her lip between her teeth and reached out, resting her hand on his forearm, which was touching her legs. "What if I don't want you to go slow?" she said, her voice husky, soft. He leaned in closer, her eyes going to his mouth, and he pressed his lips to hers. Tasting her, he couldn't stop himself from kissing her. Her lips were so soft that he wanted to take his time. He pulled back a few seconds later, her breath light on his face, warm, and he kissed her nose, ran his fingers down her bare arm, feeling the softness of her skin and the way her body seemed to move closer to him. Then she lifted her arms around his neck and pressed her breasts into his chest as his hand slid around her ass, feeling her perfect roundness. "How does this work? Us, this," she said, before she pressed her lips to his again, pulling him closer, her tongue slipping into his mouth. She was cranking up the heat faster than he'd planned.